This week in Jamaica Now, Jamaica's Reggae Boys stunned the United States to advance to Sunday's Gold Cup final. What coach Winfred Schaefer had to say, an American striker reacts, and the tweet that had Jamaicans fuming. MyReport video captures a cruise ship on fire in the Falmouth Pier. West Kingston residents claim police constable was shot dead by his colleagues. The police commissioner responds.
Not true. Not true. I think the claims have been made, but it is not true.
4 children among 7 arrested for video-recorded sexual assault of 14-year-old girl, and government to close 18 primary schools. The details of these and other stories coming up after the break.
News breaking in your area? Share your photos, your videos, your stories through the Gleaner's MyReport.
Have a burning issue the authorities should know? Post it at the Gleaner's MyReport.
It's easy. Just log on to jamaica-gleaner.com/MyReport. Sign up and send today.
Your news.
Your views.
Your report.
Online.
The Gleaner's MyReport.
See it.
Snap it.
Share it.
I'm Carleen Brown, and this is Jamaica Now. Jamaica's Reggae Boys are now preparing for Sunday's Gold Cup final against Mexico after a stunning 2-1 win over the United States on Wednesday night. Jamaica took the lead at the Atlanta Dome 2-0 in the first half, with goals from strikers Darren Mattox and Giles Barnes. Michael Bradley would pull back one for the Americans in the 48th minute as they intensified the pressure on the Reggae Boys, but that's as much as the U.S. would do. After the historic win, coach Winfred Schaefer tweeted, "Over 40 years in football, saw it all, but believe me, I'll never forget this night." And the American goal scorer Michael Bradley later told a U.S. sports channel, "Against a team like that, going down 2 goals makes it difficult for you." But it's a tweet from Perry91 which had Jamaicans fuming. The tweet read, "Jamaica, can someone explain to me how the strongest, most diverse, richest country in the world loses to Jamaica?" Perry91 would be inundated with caustic criticisms, forcing him to respond, saying he was randomly quote tweeted and ever since his timeline had blown up. "Pretty sure the entire population of Jamaica has tweeted me," he posted. In other news, 2 crew members of Royal Caribbean's Freedom of the Seas are now being treated for injuries they received during a fire on board the vessel Freedom of the Seas as it docked at the Falmouth Pier earlier this week. The Gleaner's My reporter Marlon Myers captured the ship in smoke. It's reported that the fire started in the engine room sometime after 7 o'clock as the vessel approached the pier. The hunt is on for 3 suspects in the murder of Constable Lyndon Barrett, the second cop to be killed in a week. Constable Barrett was shot dead in West Kingston late Tuesday evening. Residents claim that he was killed by his colleagues, but Police Commissioner Dr. Carl Williams has dismissed this.
Not true. Not true. I think the claims have been made, but it is not true. You know, we must not underestimate the capacity of some communities to spread the kind of propaganda that will turn the police into villains. In fact, we have seen it in communities around here for years, where police have been made out to be the villains by virtue of the very effective propaganda machinery that is in existence in areas like this.
Constable Barrett's killing came 7 days after Constable Crystal Thomas, who also worked in Denham Town, was shot dead during an alleged robbery attempt on a bus after she was identified as a cop. Meanwhile, the police commissioner says the police are probing reports that a corporate area criminal gang has ordered the deaths of 4 police personnel as payback for the killing of its leader. However, Crime Chief Assistant Commissioner Elon Powell says investigators have found nothing to link the deaths of the 2 constables to the threats. The opposition has called for a swift and thorough investigation into the death of Barbary Hall resident Victor Vassell, who died under questionable circumstances during an alleged encounter with the police. The police have reported that Vassell committed suicide after he was chased into a cul-de-sac by a police team, which pursued him after he fled a traffic stop. However, angry residents who mounted several roadblocks to protest the death have accused the police of foul play. 4 children are among at least 7 people arrested in relation to the gang rape of a 14-year-old girl in Falmouth, Trelawney. The graphic assault captured on video was posted on the social media site Facebook. The Office of the Children's Advocate says it has arranged counseling support for the victim. It also said it will help in providing legal assistance for the accused juveniles, but it would do no more in order to avoid any potential conflict with its role. The Jamaica Teachers Association is supporting the impending closure of some primary schools. Education Minister Ronald Thwaites announced this week that 18 underpopulated and poor-performing primary-level institutions are to be closed come September. JTA President Doran Dixon says while the JTA generally does not like to see the closure of any school, it understands the decision of the Education Ministry.
The process is one of collaboration. We have not had any issue being reported to us by our members, and we continue to be engaged. But as I said, it is really not necessarily a contentious issue. We don't like when schools close. We have said it repeatedly, but the reality is that there are some schools that have gotten to the point where I think there is general agreement that they need to be looked at very carefully in terms of closure.
And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. You may tune into Power 106 FM for regular updates. Follow us on Twitter at Jamaica Gleaner and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. I'm Carleen Brown, and as we go, scenes of jubilation after Jamaica's Reggae Boyz defeated Team USA to book a spot in Sunday's final of the CONCACAF Gold Cup.